Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's our predictions for Clash at the Castle, the biggest pay-per-view in the UK for 30 freaking years, Dan. We are going to be out doing our predictions. Anthony's away somewhere. He's off doing it. He's off doing something. He will be broadcasting to you live for Clash at the Castle, as both me and Dan are actually at Clash at the Castle. We're both going to be there in Cardiff, but we are here right now, not in Cardiff, in our respective homes in East
Hull.
Yorkshire, in Hull. We're about to do Clash of the Castle predictions after this message from not our sponsors, because we don't have any. How about Mick Foley instead? Mick Foley's the safe bet. Let's go with Mick Foley.
This is the hardcore legend, Mick Foley. Well, hello and welcome to Give Me a Haul. Yeah, I hope everyone there, right there in Yorkshire, is having a nice day. Bang, bang. Have a nice day. Yeah.
Yeah, I still love that theme music. I am heavily caffeinated, Dan. I'm very excited about Clash of the Castle. I just found out last week I was going, so I'm excited. There's going to be a few days before. I'm going down on Wednesday to do a little bit of stuff that I can't tell you about quite yet, but there's some stuff happening. So we'll see. I'm going down early. We'll see what happens. But I'm going to be seeing Dan on the Saturday at Clash of the Castle, which is super exciting, man. I'm going to be so excited to see you, live and in person. You know,
I'm excited to see you just on a little screen on my tablet, but in person, it's a whole different level of excitement.
It is. We can touch each other. We can hug. It's great. So both me and you are going to be in Cardiff. Anthony should be, even though he hates WWE, he should be here being responsible, since it's the biggest pay-per-view the UK has had for 30 years. I'm hoping he'll be covering Clash of the Castle right here on the Gimme a Hull Yeah podcast for you guys. Excuse me, that's how excited I am. I'm confident. We're supposed to make these prediction videos super short because, you know, people's attention spans. So, Dan, are you ready to get into it for predictions?
Oh, yes.
All right, let's do it. So I'm going to pull up the card, and then we're going to put it along the bottom of the screen, and we're going to have a vote in the chat. Okay, so as of now, and we're on the August 28th, we have so far confirmed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches for the card. You got to believe maybe a couple more might happen next week, but let's just do what we can do on August 28th, Sunday night before Clash of the Castle next Saturday. So let's start with Riddle and Seth freaking Rollins. So, Dan, if you go through your predictions and your thoughts while I load up the banner, which I probably should have done beforehand, but I didn't because we're super organized. Seth freaking Rollins versus Riddle. Okay, so that is now along the top there, and I'm going to do the banner. So give me your prediction, Dan.
I think, I don't know why, but I think this could be the start of Seth winning and slowly transitioning to a babyface role.
No, it's terrible as a babyface.
He is, but I think that is where they probably might end up. By maybe Rumble. I think he'll be face again before the end of the year.
Okay.
Because the gimmick of the character is getting over, and I think that's what will transition him to being the good guy, Seth.
Yeah, okay. I mean, he is very over, you're right. He is very over. Maybe he goes as a tweener. Obviously, Becky is eternally over as well. I understand what you're talking about. I think this is the return of Randy Orton, and 100%. I think Seth beats Riddle, and Randy Orton. Oh no! There's no limit. I think Riddle wins this with the help of Randy, and then Randy turns on Riddle.
I think they should hold off on that one a bit longer.
You do. I think they need something big to happen here. It's a big time thing. So I think Randy Orton turning on Riddle on heel, turning on Riddle and going heel is a huge thing that I think is perfect for Clash of the Castle. I think.
I think bring back Orton 100%. I think that is near enough a given. Keep that face turn of Riddle and Randy, and then Survivor Series the turn on each other.
Okay, so
I just think they'll hold off a bit longer. Keep that sort of intrigue going and think, yeah, we don't think he's going to turn on. If they bring him back and turn him straight away, it ruins the pop for me.
Yeah. Okay.
So hold off a little bit longer, maybe.
Okay. I like I said, I think it's the perfect time to bring Randy back. They need big moments here. So I think it's perfect to bring him back. And I also think it's the perfect time as a talking point from a media perspective to have Randy Orton turn on Riddle. So I think Riddle wins. Randy Orton comes out I hear voices in my head. It comes out on the screen, whatever. Randy comes out. Riddle gets the roll up. Riddle hugs Randy in the ring, and Randy hits the RKO, and that is the lead angle, one of the lead angles heading into the following week, the week after next. So your prediction then, Dan, final prediction.
Seth wins, then carries on beating Riddle down after the bell. Orton returns.
And saves Riddle.
Saves Riddle, yes.
Okay. Just making you guys aware, we will come back to comments and stuff afterwards. We're going to try and get through this as quickly as possible. Please do vote. You have been voting. We've had 100% on Seth winning this. So you guys saying Seth, I am saying Riddle. So let's go into the next match, Dan, which should be, as it stands, Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka versus Bayley, Kai, and Sky. So Dan, while I do the next banner and stuff, could you go through your predictions for me?
For that one, I've got Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky winning. I think if they don't get a win at the pay-per-view as a stable, it's going to feel very Judgment Day where they don't actually seem to get a big win in the important points, and that is usually when stables feel like they're lost in the middle of the road.
Yeah,
Judgment Day had it, and I just think that is going to ruin the momentum of a big return from Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky at the last pay-per-view. If they lose, there's nothing there for them moving forward, so there's no point in being together.
Yeah.
Bianca, Bliss, and Asuka have been thrown together in a way, obviously for the storyline purposes, so they can probably take a loss a lot easier without affecting as much momentum for them in the future.
Yeah. Totally agree. I'm 100% in agreement there, Dan. There's 0 point in Alexa's team winning this. I understand why they're there. They need the big names. For Clash of the Castle. So Alexa, it's a way of shoehorning 3 big names in there, in Alexa, Asuka, and who else? We got Belair. Bianca, of course, the world champion, versus Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky. And this does further, even if Belair loses this, which is almost 100% foregone conclusion, I feel, Sky, Sky and Dakota Kai and Bayley need to be in that conversation for future championship shots, and this is still a way to get them to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Even but it's also a way for WWE to get their biggest names, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, and Bianca Belair, on the card. And also further, probably Bayley first, and then I would like to see Bianca Belair take out each member of Bayley's faction. Maybe Sky has a shot, then Dakota Kai, and then Bayley, I think, eventually wins the title. Months and months down the line from Bianca Belair, and this could all be a catalyst for it.
Yeah, something like that, sort of further down the line. they could have like a Survivor Series match, and then somewhere around end of the year, day one, I think has been confirmed for the start of next year.
Yeah.
Somewhere like that, Bayley actually wins the title from Bianca.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Day one, they need that big moment as well. You know what I mean? So they do need that big moment, and Bayley winning that would be huge. I think for would be huge for day one. But like I say, they need that big pop. They need the big pops for Clash of the Castle. They need those big names, and this is a perfect way to just at least instigate and begin that feud between Bayley, that inevitable feud between Bayley and Bianca Belair that happens. So, but I would like to see Sky and Dakota Kai, Sky and Kai in Sky and Kai and Ty in that conversation as well.
I think they're massively talented performers, and I think once they branch out from Bayley, I think they will get a little bit more recognition rather than being Bayley's buddies in a sense.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. But like I say, this needs to be all about furthering that feud, defining Bayley's faction as a dominant faction, and it would be a complete misstep, a Judgment Day-esque, gargantuan misstep if you had Alexa, Asuka, and Bianca Belair win. I think 100%. So. Brilliant. Okay, so let's go. Thank you, Azandra, for a super chat is open. Gifts are appreciated but optional. Please remember to like and subscribe. Thank you, Jack, because of course our second moderator. Randy Orton turn on Riddle at Survivor Series. Yeah, I can see that too.
Yeah.
Biggest moment is they announced the next UK event and it's in Edinburgh and Grado is featured. I'd love to see that. That'd be great. Hang on a minute. Let's go up and see some other comments. Thank you guys for being so active and supporting our channel. I think that about covers us for now. So, Dan, the next one I think is the most difficult one to call. I would say the Intercontinental Championship match between Gunther and Sheamus.
That to me is going to be the match of the night.
Right. Okay. So I think it's got to be Gunther if they're going to potentially give the title to Drew.
Yes.
So let's talk on this one then, guys. This could be the biggest match of the night, says Dan. I will put the poll in there. Why do you think then, Dan, that Sheamus is winning this?
I never said Sheamus would win. I just think this is going to be the best match of the night.
You said Sheamus first. First off, you said Sheamus.
No,
you said
you'll
Sheamus.
You'll go back and listen. I never said Sheamus wins.
Okay, well, go on then. Right, give me your reasoning.
I think Gunther will win. I think that it will be probably the most physical match, maybe of the year on the main roster.
Right, okay.
They are two guys who like to go out there heavy-handed, very physical, impactful moves, and I reckon both of their chests are probably going to look like shredded burger meat at the end of it.
Right, okay. Yeah.
Because it is just going to be two huge men going all out, leaving it all in the ring, ruining their bodies for the next couple of days.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Completely see where you're at. So your final prediction then, Dan, in stone on this video, your prediction to win?
Gunther, 100%. Easy.
Yeah. I've got to say it's Gunther for me personally. Again, there's every potential that they're giving at least one of those belts to Drew. And I think it would completely... I mean, again, it would please the UK fans, but the UK fans still love Gunther too.
Yep.
You know, people still love Walter and the legacy of
Walter. NXT UK champion for probably, I think he was the longest reigning NXT UK champion. And I mean, I've seen him live. I can vouch for how physical he is. His chops will take. I mean, I don't know if they're having the roof on. I think you said they're not having the roof on the stadium.
From what I understand, they're not currently planning to have the roof on.
And if the roof was on there, his chops going against Sheamus chops, it'd take the roof off the place. And I'm not talking about cheering. I'm talking about how loud them chops would be.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So Sandra says, Paul, please. Thank you, Sandra. I believe it's up there now. If you just check for me, I'm pretty sure we have the Gunther and Sheamus poll up. It's currently at 50-50. So guys, get your votes in there. Let's see who gets a defining win. I am also saying Gunther for that one. Again, for me, they want to go, if they want to go crowd pleasing, you give the belt to Sheamus and you give the belt to Drew. But what I would do, because Gunther still has popularity in the UK, is keep the belt on Gunther, give him that win over there. And I've already spoiled my prediction for Drew and Roman. I have a feeling something's going to go down this week that makes that championship match for one of the belts. I don't know if there's anything said already, but anyway, we'll talk about that down the line. There is only a couple of matches left, and we are going to open the StreamYard up if anybody wants to come into the chat and discuss their predictions with us. So please do stick with us, and we will open the chat up. We have one more match before that main event, and that is the SmackDown Women's Championship match: Liv Morgan and Shayna Baszler. Dan, if you please, while I schedule the banners and the poll, could you give me your reasoning and your prediction for Baszler versus Liv Morgan?
For me, this one was a very, very tough one to call. Shayna, I think if she loses the momentum that she's slowly built up, going back to a very MMA sort of inspired character, if she loses that, it loses a lot of momentum and it makes it hard for her to overcome it. But I think I still want Liv to have a longer reign.
Yeah.
So I'm going Liv Morgan with my heart. My brain says pick Shayna all day long.
You've got to pick one.
I know, I will be, and I'll be going with Liv. I was massively pleased when she won the Money in the Bank and then cashed it in, won the title. And I think that she's still improving as a performer. So I would keep it on there a bit longer. Maybe have someone like Ronda Rousey turn up and cause a distraction finish. Something like that. That'll get a big pop from the crowd, having someone like Ronda turn up. But at the end of it, Liv Morgan walks out with the title.
Okay, now I'm going to harken back to something you said a few Raws ago, and I believe Anthony also agreed. I think you might have said it. You might have said the words transitional champion. Now,
yeah,
my heart says Liv. I want Liv to win. Yeah, like Liv's great. Liv's got, Liv's got. Everyone loves Liv. However, you're right. Momentum is on Baszler's side. And I think the crowd, if any indication of what the crowds have been like to Liv, rightly or wrongly, they've not been particularly positive to Liv recently.
Yeah.
And I think the crowd would go nuts if Shayna Baszler won. I think Baszler is. I've just noticed that there's an apostrophe missing in that thing, and that's been there for absolutely ages. Bloody Anthony, and it's bloody. Excuse me, guys. I'm just correct. There you go. So I've just corrected. I've not even noticed. I should have noticed that. Anyway, back to the prediction. Baszler has the momentum. Liv, unfortunately, is she's been popular. She's been a transitional champion. People loved Liv for a time. They've turned on her, and I think it's time to give Baszler the rub in a different country. I think she's going to destroy Liv Morgan, and the only way Liv has a chance of winning is if she turns heel. Now that's also a possibility. That's my backup plan, is Liv turning heel, maybe joining the Judgment Day or something outlandish like that. We'll maybe do an outlandish section of any surprises happening at the end, and we'll do a little poll. But I think potentially Liv could turn heel, and that might be a surprise, and that'd be the only way, if she joined Rhea on the Judgment Day. The only way for Liv to retain is for her to join the Judgment Day, turn heel. But I think Baszler has to win this. Baszler is super, has a lot of momentum right now. Very popular, very over in her own way. And I think, yeah, it would make so much sense to have Baszler win in Cardiff.
Yeah, I mean, if Baszler does win, it creates a very good opportunity later on down the line for Baszler versus Ronda Rousey for a title. Two ex-MMA stars going up against each other. That's my biggest problem. Is that's the storyline I want to see, but I don't want Liv to lose the title because of it, and that's where it makes it hard work for me.
It does, but you're right. You've also reminded me they have been teasing that too.
Yeah,
They had Ronda come out and say Baszler's lost her edge and all that other stuff, you know. So that's a problem, you know what I mean? And that feeds into Baszler versus Rousey, and I think that's the money feud. So unless Liv cheats to win and becomes heel, joins the Judgment Day, which is my outlandish pick, which we'll put in 4 ideas, 4 outlandish picks, and for everybody at the end, one of mine will be Liv. Liv turning, joining the Judgment Day, turning heel. I think Baszler's going to destroy her in Cardiff. I really do. So Baszler's my pick. Your final pick is Liv, right?
Yes, I'll stick with it. I've said it now.
All right, okay.
I'm sticking.
Baszler, all right, I'm Baszler, you're Liv. Okay. Anthony's just joined us saying hello, everyone. Anthony will be here on Saturday to cover Clash in the Castle in Cardiff. Clash at the Castle. While I will be in the castle, or you and I will be in the castle, around the castle. Yes, but we're going to be there. I was segueing into us being in the castle.
Okay.
I'm going on a tour of the castle, apparently.
Yeah,
apparently. Yeah. Weird. Anyhow, so the final match for this prediction video, before we bring people in to give their own predictions, and then maybe we'll do an outlandish, any surprises poll as well. Undisputed WWE Universal Championship match. So this is for both belts. So there's no confirmation that they're splitting the belts. And that changes things because I for some reason, I have a feeling they're going to announce the one. I don't know how they would, and I don't know why they would, but it just makes more sense for Drew to win. But I'll give you my reasons in a minute because I need to do the poll and the banner dance. So can you keep everybody busy for a second while I do the banner and the poll, please? Talking about Drew versus Roman.
Yeah. If they don't separate the titles, I do have a feeling that Roman will win. If they end up, whatever happens on SmackDown on Friday, basically sort of announcing that they are going to be splitting the titles, I think Drew, if they announce they are splitting the titles, 100%, there is no way Drew isn't winning one of them.
Yeah.
I think to get there, I think on SmackDown, it might sort of explain.
Lou wants to get involved in the predictions.
Yeah.
So you carry on, and I'll mute myself while he continues, and you carry on for a minute.
Okay. But yeah, I just think that the way that they could end it is Drew winning title, standing tall. I don't think, unless there is a rumor of Roman being injured, that they would take both titles off him at any point, unless it was someone like maybe The Rock at Mania, but I don't see that happening whatsoever.
Yeah. I'll try and get my prediction in over Lou. He's very excited about Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre. He says Roman's winning in dog. I think that unless, like Sandra says, I had a feeling that, wouldn't it be so much better if they separated the title so we had a better sort of chance of Drew winning? Do you know what I mean? Like, wouldn't it be exciting for Drew to win at the Castle? Wouldn't it be exciting for Drew to win at the Castle? Wouldn't we all love that? You know what I mean? Drew to win at the Castle. But I think you're right. I think there's no evidence right now that the titles are being split. So if the titles aren't being split, then you've got it. Roman, who better than But then comes the question: who better than Drew, Cody, and Roman and The Rock?
I've had an idea.
Like if it's not Drew, who's gonna win it? Rock, Cody, Carrion. Anyway, sorry.
I've had a better idea.
Go on.
You give the WWE crowd in Cardiff exactly what they want. Drew wins, ends the show, both titles.
Yep.
The next night, Monday Night Raw, it's live from the UK, if I remember rightly.
Nice.
Paul Heyman comes out with a copy of the contract and states, you was only challenging for one title, not both. Give us one of them back.
Interesting.
The crowd will love it because Roman Drew is getting the massive pop that he deserved, but we couldn't have because of lockdown.
Yeah.
And you're finding a way to keep a belt on Roman after that point.
Yeah. I see what you mean. The other thing you do, which is very WWE, and it's more of a Vince thing than a Triple H thing, is to have Roman lose and then him win them back.
Yeah.
That I could see. Drew gets his moment with a crowd. Drew gets his moment in front of people. And then Roman wins the title back. Not immediately. But at some point. What Survivor Series,
Yeah.
They have a Survivor. Well, Survivor Series is more brand versus brand, but potentially at Survivor Series, any pay-per-view before Mania, in fact.
Yeah.
That I could see. Your idea is better. It's more thought out. It's more creative. Do I believe WB would do that? No, because I think it needs to be simple. I think we could get WWE class booking even as good, even as WWE as, even as over the top as Drew wins at Clash, Roman invokes his rematch clause on Raw or SmackDown and wins. But would that not completely derail? That would completely derail Drew. Drew would
100%.
need to keep it for a month or so. I'm going to take a risk in my prediction, and I'm going to say Drew wins and Roman wins the belt back before Mania. Obviously,
Rumble.
How long have we got? Yeah, Rumble. There you go. Rumble. That's my prediction. Roman loses if it's both belts, which it looks like it is, and then Drew loses at the Rumble. There you go. That's what I'm saying. So your final prediction, Dan. Final prediction.
If the belts get split, Drew wins one. My overall prediction is Drew will win both, but Paul Heyman will find a clause to get round that and keep one belt on Roman.
Okay, so the crux is Drew's getting his moment.
Yes.
Drew is getting his moment. We both believe this is a huge prediction. Huge prediction. Huge prediction. So Drew wins from both of us. Okay, let's see what you guys had in the poll, and then we'll do something outlandish. We'll pick any big moments coming. So you guys have said in the poll, most everybody has said Roman is winning 66% to Drew's 33%. Okay, let's see. So Jason has just joined us. Hey, Jason, how you doing? Where is Raw going to be? So apparently it's in the UK. Apparently Raw will be in the UK. That's what you said, that right?
I think so. I'm literally just double checking it now.
It would make sense because again, but then they do have NXT. The war between NXT 2.0 and NXT UK.
Worlds Collide,
which I should be back for. Fingers crossed. I've not been invited to Raw yet. So yeah, I'll hopefully be back for that. So Chris says Drew wins both titles. Roman won't lose till Mania, says Ryan Davis. Anthony says hi, Jason. We are all welcoming Jason. So yeah, we're saying UK Raw. UK for Raw, Jason. So, guys, we're going to do an outlandish poll on the YouTube. We need to think, me and you, Dan, between me and you, potential surprises that could happen. One of those things is Liv Morgan turning heel and joining the Judgment Day, I think. The other, because we got to put it in every pay-per-view, Bray Wyatt return following Roman and Drew. We need two more outlandish things to happen, Dan. What can we pick? What can we say?
One
Sorry, go on. I'll let you have one because I've also got one.
Massively early return from Cody, maybe.
Okay, so you're picking Cody. Have you got another one? Because I was thinking also, who's the Welsh? She was in NXT and WWE for a bit. The Welsh. I apologize. Welsh WWE superstar. We'll all kick ourselves because I bet Jack knows.
Yeah.
Not Mason Ryan. That wasn't Mason Ryan. He's now in Cirque du Soleil. The female. Tegan Knox.
Yeah.
Tegan Knox to return. So
That's
far
good,
we've got Tegan Knox to return, Bray Wyatt to return, and Liv Morgan to turn heel. One more pick, Dan. You said Cody Rhodes. Are you going to go with that? Okay, guys. So I'm going to leave the poll. I'm going to create a poll now with those four things in on the YouTube. So please go and vote on the YouTube for those four things. So what are we going to call this? Surprise event. Let's just put surprise event. Okay, Cody returns. Dan, can you read out some comments while I do that? Okay.
Cody returns. Sure. I'm going to go right back to the top.
Yeah, I think I've done a few of them. We've had a few more as well. Bray, you do that while I do this. Bray Wyatt returns. And we are going to open up the StreamYard, guys. We are going to do that. Oh, there's only 3. Oh no, right. Okay, which one's more likely? Liv turning. I'm going to veto yours.
Yeah, it's fine.
If anyone thinks Cody's going to return, put it in the comments. I'm just taking over because I'm being an ass. I'm going to say it's more exciting in Wales for Tegan Knox to return. And also the potential of Liv turning heel seems more likely than Cody coming back.
We've got Ryan Davis in who said that Baszler's NXT Championship run was the best in women's championship history in NXT, which I think is pretty much bang on the money. Massively dominant, although I would argue Asuka's was a little bit better because she didn't lose the title.
Yeah. Potentially. I think Asuka was super dominant. Obviously, she never returned to that level. We have put a poll up. It does have 4 options in, guys. So Cody returning is in there. We have Bray Wyatt returning. We have Tegan Knox returning. We have Liv Morgan turning heel. We have the poll up now. If anybody else wants to think of anything we may have missed that could happen, like The Rock showing up. The Undertaker is in Cardiff, but I don't think he's going to have a wrestling role. I think he'll be there. They'll shine the camera on him in the crowd, but he will not be wrestling. But he is in Cardiff doing 2 nights. 2 speaking nights. So, guys, let's go back up. Goldberg returns, says Jamel. Y2J to return, says Graham. Hello, Graham. Anthony says The Fiend is not returning. Ryan says Rome won't lose till Mania. Dan, let us open it up then. We'll keep that poll running. We'll open it up the StreamYard. Let's just go back. Let's go back over our predictions one more time for those that weren't available. Like I say, for anybody that's watching this back, straight off, quick fire, no fussing about predictions, okay? One word, done. Ready?
Yep.
Riddle versus Rollins.
Rollins.
I'm saying Riddle. Okay. Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka versus Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky.
Bailey's faction.
Bayley's faction, Bayley's faction, Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky over Belair, Bliss, and Asuka. An Intercontinental Championship match, Gunther versus Sheamus.
Gunther.
Gunther for me too. Absolutely. Liv Morgan versus Shayna Baszler in the SmackDown Women's Championship match.
Liv.
Baszler for me. And the final one we've just done, the Undisputed WWE Universal Championship match, Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre.
Drew.
Okay, excellent. So I'm saying Drew. I'm saying Drew. And then he loses the title the next night on Raw, which will be well, Dan, you will be covering, won't you? You have said that. I thought you said that. You say
no, I said I'm covering. I said I'm covering tomorrow night.
I thought you said you were
I'm
doing.
joking. Yes, I'm going to be doing it.
Well, I'd be more excited for the. I wouldn't do the Raw tomorrow. I'd do the Raw after Clash, but you can do tomorrow if you like.
I've already got the thumbnail done for it, ready.
Okay. Well, it's up to you, man. But definitely do the one afterwards. Definitely do the one
100%.
Just check the O2 Arena website, and Roy isn't on there. Doesn't have to be on the O2 Arena website. I imagine it'll be on the Millennium Stadium.
I was just about to say to Jason, I've had a little bit of a Google. Supposedly, it's from Missouri, so they're actually flying back after the show on the Sunday.
Wow. Okay. So I would have done it in Cardiff, but there we are. Okay.
Yeah, anywhere in the UK would have been a great place.
More chance of Cody returning than the Fiend returning. More likely than both would be Eddie Dennis debut or Mark Andrews. They've both been let go from NXT UK, Anthony. They are not employed by the company anymore in those last round of cuts. So, guys, we're going to open the StreamYard up now. So I will put a link in the comments if you'd like to come in and join us. We're on 37 minutes. We're going to try and keep it to 45 to 50 minutes for these predictions. So if you want to come in, please do. There is no obligation to do so. We will round this up if needs be. But it's been a pleasure being here with you, Dan. Thank you guys for joining us. I will be at Clash in the Castle. I'll be there from Wednesday in Cardiff if anybody wants to hang out with me. And Dan will be Dan will be there on the Saturday for the actual event. And then I will be returning on the channel for Worlds Collide on Sunday. What?
I've got a point.
You've got a point.
As with every pay-per-view that we're doing, I am going to be doing a predictions quiz on our YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Discord. So if you are watching and you don't get a chance to jump in on the video, you can do all the predictions yourselves on there. We do see them all, and I will be letting Ant have a copy of everything so he can see who's going to be our new People's Champion.
Fantastic.
Because that's staying right here with me.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I say, we've got our predictions on record, mine and yours. I could also be winning the championship. You never know. I have never held it. I've not had one reign yet. Maybe I will. So we're gonna bring these two people. We're gonna bring two people in next. Our moderators, Sassy and Jack, respectively. They're both coming in as Dan is rubbing his belt. So we'll bring Sassy in first, and we'll bring Jack. So full house, guys. Jack, anything to add for our predictions? I should be Bond. Well, that's a lovely compliment. I'm now up here in the logos. But you guys are the priority. Jack, Sassy, let's start with Jack first. Your predictions. Anything to add to what we've said?
My biggest prediction is just before the main event, they announce our next WWE UK pay-per-view or premium live event is in Scotland, and that kind of gives away who's winning the main event.
Yeah, but why? What do you mean, Jack? Because they're not going to do another UK pay-per-view event like so soon, are they?
No, I think they will. And Triple H seems more amenable to doing that.
What? So you think next month we're getting an event in Scotland?
No, not at all. Like it'll be next year at least.
Wait, what? Hang on. So you thinking Drew wins then at Clash?
No,
Or you thinking he wins in Scotland?
he wins Scotland,
Okay.
and it also because according to Meltzer and Meltzer was right. The plan for WrestleMania is to have Roman versus The Rock, and I don't know if that's for Uwu, but if it is, I can't see a switch happening.
Interesting. And yeah, Rock and Roman seems to be the money thing, but do they need the belts?
No.
Is my well, there you go. So that's a perfect
Yeah,
way to bring Sassy in. They don't need the belts, says Sassy.
No, they don't, and it wouldn't surprise me if they don't make the announcement on Raw that the belts are going to be split. So there's going to be a SmackDown belt, and Drew would have to compete for the SmackDown.
Seems a little quick though. Seems a little too late rather to split the belts.
Last minute
Well,
booking.
yeah, it may be long-term booking, but there's nothing that says that Paul Heyman can't complain to Adam Pearce about him having to put both belts up when technically one of the belts is for Raw and one of them is for SmackDown in order so that Roman doesn't lose a belt.
Yeah. I mean, you're absolutely right. I could totally see that happening, but I think it's a little bit too late in the game. But we have just said we and Dan both just said Drew is winning. So in order for that to happen, you've got to make some major WWE booking. Either you have Drew win and then lose the belts before Rock goes against Roman at Mania, or you have the belt split. So there's every chance. So I guess Dan, you have a good reason to watch Raw tomorrow.
Yes, I'm going to be doing that anyway.
I'd have thought it was hang on a second. Isn't it pre-taped?
But I think I know SmackDown this week has already been taped.
Well, why wouldn't they tape
Raw after the Clash we tape tomorrow?
Yeah, but they should do. Yeah, because if they've taped SmackDown, they've got to be pre-taping Raw. Hang on, I'm looking at Raw spoilers now. This is like
I think next tomorrow Raw is live, and then one after Clash is taped.
Right, is it live?
The one after Clash is the one that I've just sent in Missouri, and that is live.
That is a brutal schedule.
So is the one from? Hang on. Wait a second. So you're telling me that Raw is in the US tomorrow?
Yes.
But why did they pre-tape SmackDown?
Because that's the night before.
Yep.
No, they couldn't do SmackDown.
Didn't they pre-tape last? Didn't they pre-tape last week? I'm thinking that. Didn't they pre-tape last Friday?
They taped it after the last SmackDown.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yes, you're right. Yeah.
Okay. So they're doing Raw in the US, flying over.
Clash at the Cats, showing the recorded SmackDown on the Friday. Next night they're doing Clash live, flying back to the US on the Sunday, ready for Monday live Monday Night Raw.
Wow, which Dan will be covering on the channel, and Jack and Sassy will both be moderating. I will be in a spa in Harrogate.
Oh, poor you!
Because I am doing 3 days of work from Wednesday till Saturday. 4 days of work. Well, yeah, technically Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but I'm arriving in Cardiff on Wednesday. So I'm going to a spa because I'm going to be super stressed out. But you're going to be here. You're going to be there, Dan, and Jack's going to be there, and Sassy's going to be there. So yeah, cool. SmackDown is pre-taped. Yeah, I understood this week it'd be pre-taped, but I thought last Friday's was too. A one-night People's Championship All Out is the day after. What? It's All Out on Sunday.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
It's worse than that. It's Clash on Saturday. Was Collide Sunday is a pre-show to All Out.
Yep.
Oh my God! Right, so that's going to be a
They're
long
gonna
night.
die.
So
Hang on, Dan. When do you get back? Anthony will do it. Anthony will be doing All Out. That's fine. I'll do Clash. No, I'll do
World's Collide.
Worlds Collide,
Big
and
miracle clash.
Anthony can do All Out. That was fine. That's totally fine.
And
So,
Impact is the next Saturday after that.
Right. Well, I could probably do that. I love Impact Wrestling. Right. Okay. Graham has a good. But maybe it's Sassy and Sandra the same person. Yes, they are one and the same person. This person on the screen is
Yes.
Sassy and Sandra, the same person. And the wonderful new moderator on the Gimme a Hoya podcast, and the equally awesome original OG moderator, Jack, is here as well. Graham, it is a pleasure to have you in. Anthony as well. Didn't show up on camera, I noticed. You lazy bugger. But it has been a pleasure having you guys with us. Thank you so much. Anything else you want to add? Let's run the poll back. Let's finish the poll up and let's see what people said about our potential exciting things that could happen. So most people said so split between Liv turning heel and Cody returns at 22%. Bray Wyatt returns at 11%. And Tegan Knox return is 44%. So Tegan Knox, Wales original, returning is the number one pick for you guys. So that's what we'll go with our shot.
I have one.
Go on.
I have one. Shayna Baszler is part of Judgment Day.
Ooh, but is she dark and spooky enough? Liv is more dark and spooky, I feel. Liv is more...
but she's the Queen of Spades.
It's true. I suppose they could make it work. Yeah, either or. Liv turns and joins Judgment Day, or Shayna. So we'll see. We'll see, Sassy, what happens. Of course, I'm doing all that. Well, thank you, Anthony. That's great because it means that we'll have a very active channel over the weekend. So yeah, awesome guys. So we've got a packed week ahead. So Dan is doing Raw on Monday. Anthony will be doing Wednesday as well. Anthony also has some other cool things ready for the channel coming up, which we can't talk about yet. I will be doing work from Cardiff, so hopefully I will have some stuff, potentially audio stuff, coming to the channel, as well as some articles to Soundsphere from Cardiff for you guys on over the course of the week. And then we'll be live broadcasting Clash of the Castle with Anthony and our moderators, Sassy and Jack, both down below. Give them a shout out and some love on Saturday. And then I will be doing Worlds Collide because I care about Tyler Bate and who else is going to be there? Von Breaker's going to be there. I hope we see Isla Dawn there from NXT UK and a few other people. I want to see the remaining NXT UK crew invade, and I want to see how that's done. So let's see what happens there. And then Anthony will be doing All Out for you guys on the evening as well. So an action-packed week coming to the channel. Thank you guys for joining us for our predictions video. Does anybody else have anything to add or plug before we finish?
Quick one.
Go on, Dan.
20 plus hours of live wrestling this week alone, starting with Monday Night Raw.
That is intense. That is
yes.
intense.
But
we're going to be busy, guys.
Imagine
if
this was Raw when it was in the awful to awful era. At least Raw's got momentum at the moment.
Yeah, at least we don't have to deal with. At least we don't have to deal with Vince McMahon era Raw. Yeah, cool. Well, that's been a pleasure. Don't we all, Anthony? Yeah. I think we I think we made $20 last month. So thank you guys for that. I know that sounds like sarcasm. It's not. We really appreciate all of your support. So far, it's covering the payment of StreamYard every month. So if anybody wants to, on that note, donate and super chat now or in this incredibly busy week we're about to have, you can super chat and donate to the channel. We do have a Patreon. We do have social media, all Give Me a Holy Air, Facebook, Instagram, where you could support us. So please do that. I guess are we ready to sign out, guys? We've made good time, about 50 minutes. All right,
guys, make sure that they press the bell.
Indeed, press the bell, subscribe,
so that you know when we're on for this busy week.
Indeed. So we're all going to do the countdown. We're all going to do the jazz hands, and we're all going to finish the stream together. All right, guys. So we're going to count down from 5 like a claymore, and then we're going to do jazz hands and holy yeah. Everybody ready? Who are we going to have on the outro? Let's see that. Melanie, pick the outro first.
I'm gonna do an alternative outro. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you next week, everybody. Oh yeah!
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah!
This is my impression of Macho Man Randy Savage if he was in Terminator 2.
Oh yeah, my CPU is a neural net processor, a learning computer. I was sent from the future, the far out future, man, to protect John Connor from the evils of Cyberdyne, inventors of Skynet. And just like at WrestleMania 5, I'm gonna get to the top rope and I'm gonna drop an elbow so big on Skynet, it's gonna get blasted into the next millennia. Oh, yeah.